Hello and welcome to the Upside Down Shack. So after a while of no Stranger Things news, or at least a very slow news period over the last few weeks, we finally have some Stranger Things 5 official content to talk about. So I'm not going to talk too much right now. I'm going to put this image up on the screen that official Stranger Things social media accounts have been posting this morning, and then we're going to kind of talk and theorize about it at the end of the video. So here we go. Here is this image that has been circulating Stranger Things social media. We have a missing teen poster that reads missing teen, name Jane Hopper, white female, 15 years old, date of birth 06/07/71, height 5'4", last seen wearing a hooded jacket, walking alone in the vicinity of Hawkins High School on June 13th, 1986. Reward for information leading to location of missing child. A reward totaling $3,000 will be paid for all leads which result in the location of Jane Hopper or her body. Yikes. Last seen walking on the sidewalk near Hawkins High School, where she mysteriously disappeared that afternoon, June 13th, 1986. Contact the Hawkins Police Department if you have any information regarding the whereabouts of this person, and a phone number at the bottom to call about any information about the missing Jane Hopper, which a lot of fans have called, and I'm going to put the results on the screen here.
Thank you for contacting the Hawkins Police Department. Due to the recent 7.4 magnitude earthquake, Hawkins is currently under lockdown to ensure the safety of our residents. The Hawkins Emergency Task Force is working closely with the Hawkins PD to track down missing persons, of which Jane Hopper is a priority. We urge you, as a responsible citizen of Hawkins, to assist us in our search to locate her.
So that is pretty cool that they made that phone line interactive and actually able to call, and you hear that little message about Hawkins being hit by the quote-unquote earthquake and how they are looking for missing persons, including Jane Hopper, and making sure to have your emergency ID on you, which is crazy, especially because we've been theorizing a lot about the role the military and the police are going to play in Hawkins and how they've kind of got that place on lockdown. So hearing that they have doomsday IDs is wild. I might have to make a separate video on that in the future. But as far as the phone call, I tried to call this number myself and get the results myself to put in this video, but the line was busy. And I can only assume that is because of the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people calling this number since this has been released in the last hour or so. I'm not too butthurt about that. At least somebody got it on video. Shout out to them. So now let's really get into it, I guess. What are we to take from this poster, and I guess that phone call as well? What I take from this is that we are getting thrown a massive curveball for Stranger Things Season 5. Now, if you go back on the channel, we have months, almost a year of just theorizing every set photo, set video, even small official stuff that has come out, getting clues to the plot of Season 5. Now, we've cracked the code on a lot of things, but 11 going missing has totally come out of left field. Now, how does this happen? When does this happen? Why does this happen? Well, let's take a look at the poster for all of those details. Now, it says that 11 was last seen wearing a hooded jacket, walking alone in the vicinity of Hawkins High School on June 13th, 1986. Now, it has been confirmed that Stranger Things 5 is going to take place in 1987. We saw in the official teaser of the episode names, it says One Last Adventure will take place in Hawkins in 1987. So in the Stranger Things timeline, where does this June 13th, 1986 come into play? Well, the events of Season 4 of the show took place around March of 1986. So I think it is safe to believe somewhere in between the end of Season 4 and the beginning of Season 5, 11 just goes missing. And apparently she was last seen walking on the sidewalk at Hawkins High School. Now, my theory on this is that she was visiting the encampments at Hawkins High School, where everybody is getting their food, healing from injury. She wanted to go see the people that we know are there, most likely, and then as she was leaving, that was the last time she was seen. Now, this is where it gets really rocky, is how does she disappear? Does she have a sort of Will Byers disappearance where she's just snapped into the upside down? Did she run off? Was she captured by military? It's really hard to say, but I think it is going to be one of the first two. She either runs off to go hunt down Vecna or something, or she is just mysteriously snapped out of thin air. Because if the military had her, why would they put out a reward, you know? She is quite obviously missing and is still a quote-unquote danger to the world. The military still want her contained. They want her for experimentation. They can't have her out in the regular world anymore, which is why when you call that number, she is the person of interest to find, which is why they have this wanted poster for her, which is why the reward money for finding her, or even giving details as to where her or her body is, dead or alive, they want 11, mind you. Now, $3,000 is a lot in reward money for any point in time, but keep in mind this is 1986 we're talking about. So I did the inflation calculator, and $3,000 in 1986 is equal to about $8,646.71 in December of 2024. Now, I know it's January, almost February, but that is the most recent date that the calculator would let me do. Regardless, about $8,600 in today's money for any information on where 11 is at. $3,000 in 1986 was nothing to scoff at, which just shows the severity of this situation. Now, I want to take it back to the post, and more so the caption of the post that Stranger Things posted on their social media along with this wanted poster for 11, which reads, "Who's really," in little asterisks, "looking for Jane Hopper? You're not ready for what's to come in Stranger Things 5. Which feeds in and hints at the fact that we've been talking about for the entirety of this video, is the people looking for 11 are really, from the viewer's point of view, not who you want to hand 11 over to. Why do you think they're offering so much money? Why do you think they're able to hand over so much money? It's not Hopper or Joyce or Will and Mike looking for 11. Of course, they want to know where she's at. But do you think they're able to just put up $3,000 for any information on her? And to take it a step further, why would her family and friends want her dead or alive? So to answer the official Stranger Things social media account's question, who's really looking for Jane Hopper? Well, the bad guys, essentially, which is terrifying, but sets up a crazy plot for Stranger Things Season 5, which again came out of total left field, which quite literally we could not have theorized enough to figure out. A year plus on the channel covering everything that came out about Stranger Things filming and theories and speculation, and not once was this brought up. But as I've said so many times across so many videos, this is what we live for as Stranger Things fans, especially for me covering the content. I've been waiting for the juicy official stuff to come out. Filming is done, now it's time for the real stuff. And this was a huge shocker, bombshell to come straight from the Stranger Things social media account. It totally shifts my perspective and makes me question everything we thought to be true about Season 5. Because this just opens up so many different doors. Are we going to start Season 5 with 11 missing? Are we going to start Season 5 with kind of a backstory of how she went missing and what she saw, and she's back reunited? Are we supposed to fill in the gaps? Again, so many questions that I'm probably just going to have to make several separate videos on to really get into in depth. But for this video, I really just wanted to showcase this wanted poster for none other than Jane Hopper, advertising the craziness that is about to be Stranger Things Season 5. Now, I think that is all I have to say about this for now. What a crazy start to my morning. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I really want to hear what you have to say about this one down in the comments below. As always, I'm going to read and respond to all of those comments as they come in. Let's have some great conversation and get hyped up for the 5th and final season of Stranger Things together. Also, while you're at it, please make sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.